So to call, the vast majority of the residents of the Greenville Group have housed in units 78, 76, and 88, all three adjacent units to mine over the last few years. Psycho sickos is a stretch. I mean, it's not a stretch. It is an accurate description of what these lowlifes are. Because every time I go into this bathroom to try to quietly use the facilities at any random moment, I mean, we can't predict when we might have to run and try to use the bathroom, right? Like sometimes you just have to use the bathroom and there's no schedule for that. So when there's somebody sitting in that bathroom, regardless of what time of the day I try to use the facilities in this bathroom, and they deliberately make smacking noises like this against the wall and then start making loud, repeated, ongoing grunting that sounds like a fucking cow mooing behind that wall. Are you fucking kidding me? That is surveillance-based, deliberate aggression, intrusion, harassment, and disruption of whatever I might have to be doing in the privacy of this bathroom at any given moment. I have the right to use the facilities in this bathroom without some violent psycho sicko smacking the wall and making grunting and mooing noises repeatedly while I'm quietly sitting on this toilet, trying to quietly use the facilities, not making any noise and keeping the lights off. This happens every single time I try to use the facilities in this bathroom, just about. I'd say like 98%. There's like that remaining 2% of chances that I might be able to use this toilet without some psycho smacking the wall behind that toilet at all hours of the day and night. So this is how this keeps happening. The Greenville Group are not a legitimate landlord. They are not renting out units legitimately in this building. They are housing, by their own admission, large numbers of sex offenders who are then turned into or told to be BLM activists. These are all, I hate to say this, minority male sex offenders with a few very mentally disturbed, aggressive females stuck in there, like Jasmine Irizarry and Fanny Matchett at the end of the hall. Fanny is the one who left bags of wet toilet paper at my door last week, and she was the one who left the sink in the shower running in that bathroom that same day. And then she kept violently slamming her door whenever I would try to go out to the hallway to see what the heck was going on. She also came flying at me a couple times. I did not post those videos because I might need to use them for legal purposes. So right now it is 11:45 a.m. or 11:50 a.m. on Friday, September 26, 2025. I just left a voicemail for the Greenville Group informing them that in spite of multiple written and verbal notices to them and their attorneys over the last, few days, few weeks, few months, I remain completely unable to quietly and safely use the toilet in this bathroom spontaneously at any hour of the day. Oh, now they're smacking the wall again. Without some psycho, sicko, sex offender piece of trash deliberately grunting behind this wall only as I'm sitting on the toilet. There was no grunting before and no grunting after. Nobody's grunting right now. It's only when I'm sitting there with my pants down. That's how you know you're dealing with Greenville's large group of protected, favored, free rent provided sex offenders that they claim they always defend, right? So you say anything bad about these sex offenders who are verifiable pedophiles, rapists, child molesters, wife beaters, psycho thugs, drug using, violent, aggressive psychos. Did I say psychos? Yes. Because rapists, child molesters, violent wife beaters, those are all psychos, and I can call them that. It's a clinical term. In my book, it's a clinical term. When you apply that to people who refuse to do anything about their behavior, and they're not looking to try to fix their behavior, they're just looking to hurt other people constantly. And they do so with impunity because agencies and groups like the Greenville Group defend them in court, literally. There's another sex offender, Charles Thomas, who has refused to leave me alone for 10 years, along with his friend, Jasmine Irizarry, and they've made comments back and forth at each other on my YouTube page, and I have screenshots of their comments at each other about the use of a directed energy device. Well, he has also refused to leave me alone for 11 years, and he could be the psycho sitting behind this wall because that unit is vacant. Nobody is legitimately renting a Unit 78. There are no signs of occupancy-based legitimate activity in that bathroom. You never hear anybody using the shower, showering, trying to get ready in the morning, just flushing the toilet. It's always just violent slamming and banging and loud grunting and then smoke propagation. Right now, there's absolutely no smoke, so apparently they were told not to burn and propagate sickening amounts of marijuana and cigar smoke into this bathroom because it was severely affecting my voice and my ability to breathe a few days ago. So there is no marijuana smoke right now, but that's one of the things that they do in that bathroom as well. And it doesn't have to be just one person. It could be several people. And being sex offenders, they seem to glom onto each other and form like a unit of harassment and stalking towards people that they think owe them favors, and they don't get the favors from those people. So then they target those people. That's a sex offender thing to do. They think that everybody owes them sexual favors. And if you don't provide them with the sexual favors, then they're going to come after you. And then the Greenville group defend them in court and say that they're very nice people who would never do something like this. But their track record of criminal activity, their arrest histories speak for themselves. So right now, I can't use the toilet in this bathroom without some psycho mooing like a fucking cow behind this wall. And also there has been the ongoing use of a directed energy device while I was quietly sitting on that toilet starting at 11:35 a.m. It is now 11:55 a.m. and that is Jasmine Arizari, the only person who seems to be able to use that directed energy device with any amount of skill. And I would know because that is what is being done constantly to my person. That person seems to be quite well trained in the use of a directed energy device. She aims it at certain body parts. She aims it at certain organs. You can immediately feel like a burning electric current literally running through your entire torso. That is not a panic attack. It is not an epileptic seizure. It's not a heart attack. It is an electrical current. And that is exactly what it feels like to anyone who knows the difference between a panic attack, an electric current, some kind of indigestion, and so forth. I am a master's level trained research scientist with a pre-med education, 4 years of a bachelor's degree, and extensive amounts of professional experience in scientific research and laboratory research. So I know what I'm talking about.